in my villain era and it's making the girlies go mad, okay? Now let's chat and talk like we always do. Your girl made a mistake. Honestly, openly, I made a mistake and we're gonna talk about it right now.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
What's up, Jones Bones? It is your girl, Unitedly Random, and like I said in the intro, I made a mistake. Don't blame me. I know I might seem very smiley right now. I'm not too emotionally upset about it. Like, I'm like, damn, I made a mistake. I apologize. And also the other person is entitled to feel upset with me because I might have made a plan to go to Japan with a coworker, but then I found out I had other engagements that I needed to be a part of. Now, this trip has already been rocky at best. The whole idea came up from a coworker one day, just saying, oh, I want to go to Japan. And I was like, oh, okay, I'd go. And this person saying, yeah, are you sure you're interested in going? Because, you know, I could ask another friend. Now, this is where I messed up, because when we were talking about interests, I said, sure, it doesn't matter. There was a lot of conversation about, oh, what will we do? We're gonna do it at the end of March. I wasn't quite sure about the timing. We didn't have a timing actually set. It was just like, oh, I want to go to Japan. I'm very interested. I'm gonna plan all these things. We should do it at the end of March. That's when we can start having our times off again, because right now we're going through a special thing called winter courses. To date this video, we are still in January. I was like, okay, cool. Like, I've never been to Japan. That seems like fun. The problem is my company is doing a teachers conference and I'm a part of the committee. What fun. And also they asked me to be a host. And I said, yeah. And also the conference is on the 26th. And we were supposed to leave on the 24th. Now, this conference is something that has been in the works, I want to say before New Year's. This is something that I've already put my name on, I'm a part of, and yeah, we still have 2 months to go to find a host. Now, the issue is my coworker is saying the tickets are non-refundable, and if you don't go, I'm not gonna go. And I said, well, I can go, but just not that first day. I can go and spend at least a day in Japan, right? Make the most of it, because if the tickets are non-refundable, I might as well. I do have to say that I've been with people who've been like, oh, it's non-refundable, like you can't, and it's actually like something might be refundable or something might possibly, the ticket might not even been bought, but they're telling me that the tickets was bought and it's really expensive, and so therefore if I don't do what they want me to do, then I'm wasting money. I said, okay, I can waste the money. I understand. I can at least come back on that day. So I'll pay for the ticket there and then come back on the plane ticket, right? Like, I don't know if I'm making sense, but here's the thing. She asked me, do you want to go on a trip? I said, sure, I'm interested. She said, we should do it sometime in March. I was like, okay, sure, I'm interested. She was like, one day, she called me up and was like, hey, I need to buy the tickets right now. They're very cheap. I was like, oh, shit, okay. It's going to be on this time to this time. I was like, oh, okay. Bought the tickets. Now, the problem comes up where the company is like, why the fuck did you buy tickets? Because we didn't approve you guys to go off, and you guys both work in the same center, so you guys aren't supposed to be off at the same times. So that was a whole issue where pretty much it was kind of like that whole situation where you send your cousin to ask your mom, can they spend the night? Because, you know, if you ask, your mom would be like, hell no. Well, she sent me, because I am a foreigner, to talk to like the person over us, to ask for permission for both of us to go on this trip. Guess who got chewed out for about an hour, like getting fussed at about, no, you made the wrong decision. How could you buy the ticket? And like, I had to take all of that for us to possibly go on the trip. We still don't even have the confirmation that we can go on the trip. I took all the brunt of being fussed at about this trip, and now I'm like, damn, I can't go on this trip, and now I'm a big horrible person for not going on the trip. I understand that she is upset because she planned on going to the trip, but realistically, we never got the okay to even go on the trip. It's wild to me because we didn't get the okay because we work at the same center and we don't have enough teachers to cover if we both leave and someone gets sick. That was the issue. Okay. I guess there's a little bit of frustration there because I had to take the brunt of being fussed at because everybody was like, oh yeah, she'll be nicer to you, you're a foreigner. And I still got like fussed at, yelled at and stuff like that and like chastised. And it didn't feel nice. And now I realize that I double booked myself, and the one area that I double booked myself is in an area where I can advance professionally, and I can show something on my resume, and I can actually work on bettering myself, or go to a trip to Japan with a coworker that I feel like I know for sure that after I leave China, she would have nothing to do with me. She wouldn't send me messages. It wouldn't be like, oh, a friendship, lifelong friendship. I know because she says that she doesn't believe in friendships being like, if you go over abroad, she doesn't believe in being able to maintain a friendship. So I already know that it's not my forever friend. So do I put in the work for a not forever friend, or do I put in the work for my job and putting myself in a position where I can go further? And I think that career-wise, I'm favoring the career than someone who I won't be friends with in 10 years. Because even if I'm not friends with her in 10 years, I can still say, I was a part of this committee. I was the host. I did this. And realistically, I can still say, I went to Japan for a day. Like, that's a whole video. Look, I made a mistake, went to Japan for a day. This is what I did. It's like a fever dream. Let's go. Japan. Boom. It's Japan for a day. Let's go. So I'm still in my mindset of going to Japan. It sucks that I let her down in that way, but I'm not internalizing it personally. Like, I'm legit in my villain era. I'm not internalizing it personally. But yeah, realistically, I did fuck up. I double booked myself. And now she is right to be upset. She is right to be upset. She's like, I can't believe that you're turning your back on me. Like, she's taking it personally. And you know what? She can take it personally. But like I said, my career or my short friendship. My career comes first. Me. I'm number one. It's like, is it me or you? You're asking me if it's me or you. It's always going to be me. 100%. It's always going to be me. It's gonna be me. So that is how I messed up. I am definitely in my villain era, and not even to make a joke out of it, I messed up. I am not the good person in this situation. But also, I think there has to be a little bit of understanding. You can be disappointed, but also not take it as personal of, what about me? What about me? What about me? Like, in this entire situation, you fail to realize that I'm more important than you to me, just like how you are more important to you to me. And even then, even if I'm more important to me, I can still understand where you're coming from. So it's like interacting with people who can't see beyond themselves a little bit is hard. See beyond yourself and realize that I'm not doing this to you, I'm doing this for me. Has nothing to do with you personally. It's just the best move for me. And while I am also sorry, I think, again, like I said earlier, I don't trust that the tickets are unrefundable or blah, blah, blah. I'll give her my money for my side. Part of me was thinking, should I give her the money for her ticket? But like, realistically, no. I'm just going to give her the money from my side. We didn't even know if we were going to be able to go on this trip. The company was fussing at us. We had all of these hardships just to go to this point. We're fighting through all of these hardships. And now what? Now I backed out 2 months before the trip. February, March, 2 months before the trip. And yeah, 2 months before the trip. If we have 2 months before the trip, you have enough time to find someone else to go with, then possibly, because I have decided that I will only be doing what I said I was going to be doing. And I can understand she's upset about it, but 2 months, you got the time. We wasting money, 2 months, we got the time. I apologize for wasting your money. I'm not gonna waste my money. I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm not gonna waste my energy stressing. I'm just gonna go forward and create what I create, okay? That's it. That's it. I took a deep breath because I want to end this video on a different note. This whole video was just this immaculation. This was just an entire mass of emotions and like processing and just feeling. I don't feel good, but I don't feel bad. And understanding that boundaries isn't necessarily supposed to feel good sometimes. And boundaries are not saying, hey, you can't cross my boundaries. Boundaries are saying, hey, if this person crosses my boundaries, I react in a certain way, okay? And so I need to react in a way that is self-preservation, self-preservatory, self-preservatory, self-pterodactyl for me. And that means, okay, if we can't go on the trip together, we can't go on the trip together. I don't need to also kiss her ass and send her the money. If she brings it up, okay, I understand. I'll send you some of the money, but I'm not sending you all of the money. But one thing I don't need to do is be like, well, I'll pay for my ticket and leave it like that. I still don't think that it's not transferable or anything like that. I don't think that she's being a truther about this. There's 2 months to this plane ride. Like there's something that's gotta give, But if she is being truther, it's my fault for seeing her in this manner. I have previous traumas that make me see her in this manner, and this was supposed to be at the end of the video, and now I'm rumbling it again a little bit. But yeah, that's it. That's it.